Chances are you've done a Google search and you've had this AI overview appear. Now, if you don't want this AI overview to appear in here, there's the quick way of doing this, which is typing in -AI, and that will remove it. But who in the world is going to type in -AI in every query? Who's going to remember to do that or want to do that? We want this to be a setting. However, by default, Chrome does not have a little button that you can just push to say turn this off. Instead, the setting is buried in the settings and you have to add these weird variables and stuff. But I'm going to show you how to do it. So the trick is to go up into Chrome up here, go up to your preferences. Now in Windows, I believe that would be called settings. And from here, we go to search engine on the left. We click on that. And then we're going to click on manage search engines and site search. All right, so now we have a list of search engines. Now you notice yours is probably going to say Google by default, which is good. It's fine. Most people will have that. We want to add a new one to this list. However, the add button is down here. It looks like the add button is part of the site search. And that's like searching individual sites. And that doesn't seem like what we want to do. So I think Google is being a little tricky with their user interface so people don't add this extra little trick that we're going to do. So the trick is to actually click that add button. So we click add, and so now we're going to add a new site search. Okay, so the name, we can name it whatever we want. In this case, we're going to do Google No AI. The shortcut is @web, which I believe that could be anything that you want too. The trick now is going to be in this third field where it says URL with %s in place of query. Now we're going to put in this value here. I'm going to have that value in the description of the YouTube video here, and you can copy it and paste that into yours. And so what this is going to do, it's going to force Google to do the search, to do the old-fashioned Google search without all the extra little bells and whistles that they add on to the search screen. It gives you just a simple search. So when we do that, we're going to click add here. Now here's another little trick. Oh wait, it didn't appear in my list. It's not here. We did Google No AI. It's not here. And we scroll down and we don't see it here either. Well, we have to click additional sites because it's going to be down. You see that? Here it is. Here's our Google No AI thing that we have. That's what we want. And when we go over to the little kebabs or the little meatballs, we click on that and we're going to select Make Default. And what that's going to do is bada bing, bada boom. Yeah! We've got, now it's our default setting here. So now when we open up Google, when we do a search, you could do a search either in the bar, the URL bar up here, or if you have Google set as your home page, you can do your search here. So now when we do, I don't know, do that search, you notice there's no AI in here anymore. You could do the search up here. Do the search in the URL bar. No AI. The only trick, and I'm going to tell you this, the only trick where this does not work is if you go to google.com, the website, and you do a search. We do a search from the website. It's going to give you that AI result because it doesn't work from the website. The trick that we did works in the URL bar up here because this is a browser thing. This is a browser feature, this little URL bar. It's part of the browser, right? When we went to, so if we do that, you know, how much does this do? See, no AI, because we're searching in the browser. If we now go, now we're on google.com. If we go to google.com here, and we do our search here, because now we're on the website. We're not in the browser bar, we're in the website. Now it won't work, because we're on the web. Oop, look at that. It actually didn't do it there. That's pretty cool, they didn't do it there. See, there it is, because we're searching from the website. So the trick that we did will work if you have your home screen set up here is Google, it'll work from here because this is part of the browser. This is actually not the website right now. This is the browser. Or when we search in the URL bar, it'll work from there because it will force, and here's the reason why it does work, what's actually happening here, is in our query string, it's adding, and you can shut the video down now if you want because you've done it, you've got your setting done, and if for whatever reason, actually, you know what, before I explain how this works, if you ever wanted to go back and you're like, you know what, I kind of want to have these things back, just go back to your search engine here and make this your default, make the Google your default again. Okay, and that's how you can go back. But the reason why this works, let's actually go back to the settings so I can show you why this works. Search engine, so you can, this is a little reminder of what we did. So here's ours. See this little thing here? This value that we added? This base URL is basically google.com. It's doing a search, and this little bit here, whoops, this little bit here, the question mark UDM equals 14, that's a search parameter. And anytime you do a Google search with that UDM equals 14 in there, that's telling Google to keep it old school, man. Now, as a Cubs fan, Chicago Cubs fan, 14 is a retired number for Ernie Banks, a guy who played in the 50s and 60s, a little bit in the 70s. And he's like Mr. Cub, Hall of Famer. And he wore number 14. So that's like old school. So that's how that's how I remember it. Not that you need to remember this trick, because this automatically adds it. This little UDM 14 adds it to your search. And then this Q equals S is your query string. That's your actual search keywords. So when we go back here, you'll see when we did the let's do this, how much? When we do the search in the browser, see that UDM 14? See it added that? And then it adds the rest of the keywords in there. And that's what you get. You get all this, the standard Google search. So that's pretty cool, isn't it? So this trick is only for desktop, like laptops and computer towers. It's not for cell phones. There's probably some other tutorial on how to do it for a cell phone, but this is how you can do it for a desktop. And it's pretty cool. Thanks for watching.